Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new. Today is another episode of Meatless Mondays. I will be doing 2 Meatless Monday videos a month, so make sure you're subscribed so you're notified. The first dish is going to be a dairy-free version of cauliflower soup. The ingredients and the directions will be typed below. This is the first time I am making this recipe, and I think it turned out delicious. I kind of combined 2 recipes into one, so there's really nothing that I can link below. I kind of do that all the time. I just make recipes my own. The first thing you're going to need to do is prep your vegetables. You're going to cut the potatoes in half, quarter the onion, place the garlic in an aluminum foil tent, and cut the cauliflower so you can break them into the florets. You will roast all these vegetables in a 425-degree oven for about 30 minutes. Once the vegetables come out of the oven and they are roasted, you're going to want to put 4 cups of vegetable broth in a pot. And then I just will add 1 more cup of water to that. And then I will add all the roasted vegetables to the pot also. Garlic in the aluminum foil, I kept the skin of the garlic on, but once it is roasted, it just simply pops right out as you squeeze the garlic out. So it's super easy and super simple. So I bought myself a new kitchen toy. I have an immersion blender here. This is honestly the first time I've ever used an immersion blender, and you can see I am very awkwardly trying to figure it out. I did not blend everything up and as smooth as it should be. Next time I will definitely be a little bit more diligent about getting that done, but it still turned out delicious. So here, as you can see, as I'm stirring, there are still some bigger pieces of onion and the cauliflower, but like I said, it still turned out delicious, and next time it'll just be even better. So I did add a little bit more salt and pepper to the soup. I think that made it taste a little bit better. And I ended up putting some dried parsley at the top for a little bit of color, and this was delicious. So the next thing that I am going to prep is some no yeast pizza dough, and it's also a vegan pizza dough. So what you're going to need is some butter, some salt, some baking powder, some all-purpose flour, and some milk. I'm using oat milk, and I'm using dairy-free butter. And basically you mix all the ingredients, form it into a dough ball, and this is also freezable. I'm going to see how much this makes. I don't know if this is 1 pizza. The recipe wasn't very specific. So as I am mixing it all together, then I will let you know if this is for 1 serving or if you can double it and make 2 servings. But let's get to it. So I just realized I wasn't filming, but in this bowl is 2 1/4 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Next, you're going to need 1 cup of milk, a quarter cup of butter. And then you are going to mix this up and form it into a dough ball.
The dough is very sticky, so I did have to keep adding a little bit of flour to it, but eventually it came together.
Never made this before. This is a very sticky dough, which I think it's supposed to be like that. It's better. I added a tiny bit more flour as I was rolling it to try to make it a little less sticky, but it obviously is enough for one pizza. So if you're going to meal prep this and want to have more in the freezer, you definitely can double, triple, quadruple the ingredients. But for my purposes, since it's just me, I am actually going to cut this in half. So I will have one to freeze. And I'm actually going to use it tonight for dinner.
So what you're going to need to do is take your pizza dough, and I had meal prepped this prior to filming this, so I had it in the refrigerator. But all you do is spray some olive oil down on a tray, a baking dish, and put your pizza dough down, and then form it into a circle or a square, however you like your pizza. Mine turned out very rustic, and then I am going to add all of my toppings on top.
Pizza, and if you know about dairy-free cheese, it doesn't melt exactly like regular cheese, but it melted pretty good. The crust, I mean, it's crunchy. It could have maybe gone for maybe a minute longer. I put it in for 11 minutes. I don't want to turn the pizza crust upside down, but the bottom is brown. It looks good. And then next to this, don't you always need ranch with your pizza? And this is a dairy-free ranch. In the same meal prep video that I prepped this dough is this dairy-free ranch. So make sure to check that out. But that is dinner tonight.
Thank you for watching, everyone, and I will see you in my next one. Bye-bye.